Let's talk about Expatsi scouting trips. I am currently in Merida, Mexico. I literally just finished the scouting trip with Expatsi here in Merida, Mexico. And I'm going to talk to you about why you should join a scouting trip if you are somebody who is interested in moving abroad, if you are somebody who wants to leave the United States to live abroad, but you want to be able to actually see the place before you move abroad. You want to be able to see if you can really see yourself living there, see what it can actually be like to live abroad in that country. If that's something you're interested in, then you are absolutely in the right place. Welcome. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Thank you for double tapping. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned, y'all, because I'm going to be telling you more about Expatsi, which is a great company to help you move abroad from the United States. They can answer all of your questions. They have memberships. They have scouting trips. They have resources. They have an expert network of people in specific countries all over the world. Spain, France, Thailand, Mexico, Germany. They have experts all over the world that can help you on your move abroad journey. So stay tuned. I am currently in Merida, Mexico. A little bit about me. My name is Bianca. Me and my husband left the United States to live abroad as digital nomads. Last year, February 2024, we booked a one-way flight to Brazil, and then we hopped around this big, beautiful planet. So last year, we went to Brazil, Spain, Vietnam, Thailand, Japan, China, Indonesia, Panama, Colombia. We are currently in Mexico. We have been gallivanting the globe. Now, we are digital nomads, which means that we are nomadic, right? We don't have one place that we call home. We move around. That's one way that you can live abroad. You can choose to kind of bounce around from country to country, or you can choose to go to one place and settle. There's not necessarily a right or wrong. Thank you, Earth Sky. There's not a right or wrong, right? It really is just what it is that you want to do. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. So the really cool thing about Expatsi is that they offer these scouting trips. And a scouting trip is basically whenever you get to go to a city and actually look at different neighborhoods and determine if this is a place that you would like to live. So I'm going to talk to you about the Merida scouting trip that I just did. So it was 5 days here in Merida, Mexico, which I have honestly fallen in love with. I'm super, super excited to talk to y'all more about Merida. How much is it to stay in these countries? Are you referring to the scouting trips, or do you just mean to live in these countries? I mean, regardless, the answer is going to be, it depends. But I want to make sure that I understand your question. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I really appreciate the love. So with these scouting trips, as of right now, to live, Jane, it depends. There's no right. There's no one answer. That's something that you would want to do specific research on for each country. It's completely different. Just like in the US, it's different. It's different prices all across the board. So for the scouting trips, as of right now, Expatsi does scouting trips in Mexico, Portugal, and Spain. So they've been in Mexico pretty much for most of February. So they did Mexico City, Puerto Vallarta, Oaxaca, and Merida. And they also have scouting trips in Portugal and in Spain. So just for example, for Portugal, they have scouting trips coming up for this month through November. Not through November. March 11th through 20th, June 17th through 26th, July 1st through 10th, September 16th through the 25th, and November 4th through the 13th. And then April 29th through May 8th. So they have they definitely have a few different dates if you were interested in going to Portugal. And then for Spain, they have May 1st through 12th, October 16th through 27th, May 14th through the 23rd, and then October 29th through November 7th. So that's what they currently have available for upcoming scouting trips in Portugal and Spain. Like I said, you can always find updated information on the website, but I'm going to talk to you about the Merida scouting trip that I just finished. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Let me see, going to start looking into, I haven't even heard of that, but Round Your Weather, we love it, okay? Wanting to move my family to Portugal, you're in the right space. Do you have to pay a monthly fee? Do you pay a monthly fee for what, Jane? For the scouting trips, you would just buy the trips. But for the membership that they do have a monthly membership if you want the ongoing help. And I'm going to talk more about the membership a little bit later. By Guadalajara. Oh, okay, it's in Mexico. Interested in Merida scouting dates. The website is expatsi.com. So if you go to the link in my bio, I actually have a link there to their membership, but you can use that same link to go to the website if you don't want to have to type it in, but it's I can just type it. Let me just put it here in the comments for y'all. Make our lives a little bit easier. Expatsi.com. So I'm going to pin the comment here, but like I said, you can, okay, got it. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So you can go to the link in my bio and it says like, get help moving abroad. And there's a link there for the membership. That'll take you to their website as well. They do not do scouting trips in Dubai. Okay, just make sure I didn't miss anything else. Interested in Merida scouting trips. So as of right now, they don't, there are no other Merida scouting trips that have dates. For scouting trips. I know they're doing Puerto Vallarta again in June and then in November. So yeah, if they do another one for Merida this year, it's not posted yet. So I would just make sure that you reach out to them. You can follow them here on their own TikTok as well. And you can also check out the website. Thank y'all so much for all the hearts. I appreciate it. So let's get into the scouting trip, okay? So it was 5 days, the scouting trip. It was February 26th through March 2nd. I need to slow down because my brain is moving. My mouth is trying to move faster than my brain, which is impossible. So I've been in Merida since last week. So I've actually been in Merida for officially 1 week today. And the scouting trip started on Thursday. So I'm just going to kind of walk you through the different days, what we did. You can kind of feel free to ask me any questions that you have. And then towards the end, I'll explain more about the Expatsi membership. So for the scouting trip. So the first day we started a little bit late. We started at like 5 p.m. So we met at this super cute hotel here in Merida, and we basically had a little meet and greet with everyone on the scouting trip. So this group was about 10 people. This is the only scouting trip I've done. I know that some of them are a smaller group. This group was actually considered to be a little bit larger. So, 10 people is still pretty small. Listen, I've traveled with like 28 people. So 10 people to me is like, it's not at all a big group. It's definitely a small enough group for you to get to know other people who are interested in living in that area, which is really cool because, if you're interested in moving there and you and someone else on the trip ends up moving there, then, you already have a friend before you even get to your country. So we met for like a little meet and greet. There was like some appetizers. There was a bar if you wanted to have like a glass of wine. They also had this like delicious like tea, this like hibiscus tea here that is so good. So the first night we spent the first hour just kind of like meeting and greeting, getting to know people, and then we had a series of professionals who came up and talked about a variety of things that you likely are going to need if you did choose to move to Merida. So we had an immigration lawyer who could work with you in terms of like helping you with your visas. We had someone who was a banker, someone who could help you. Yes, Merida is what we're talking about right now. So we had someone who was specific to, so we had someone who could help you set up a bank account here. Someone who, I love hibiscus. Yeah, me too. It's delicious. Someone who could help you set up your bank account. We had real estate. So if you're looking to rent here, actually Amy, who is the Merida expert partner for Expatsi. She actually is a real estate agent, which is amazing. Make sure y'all subscribe to me on YouTube if you're interested in these kind of things, because these live videos actually get posted to my YouTube channel as well. Yesterday, I was on live for more than an hour with an expert specifically for Merida, Mexico, and she answered so many questions, and that video is going up on my YouTube channel today, just so y'all know. Thank you for the hearts. So yeah, we had someone talk about real estate for like how to find the best places to live here in Merida. We had someone come up and talk about if you're interested in actually buying property here, like if you want something to own. We had someone speak about that. Dentists, doctors, you are so welcome. There's just a whole group of professionals. There was also someone who came up and talked about what's called, I believe it's called I don't know what it's called. I think it's called the English Library, but it was really cool, and I actually really want to check it out while I am here, because we're gonna be here for a bit. And essentially, it's like a cultural center where you can go, and they have like all these like events. It's a library as well, but it's a really good way to get to know Merida. It's a really good way to meet locals in the community, which is so important, y'all. If you're interested in moving abroad, you want to make sure that wherever you go, you're going to be somewhat immersed in the culture, right? You want to be able to meet locals, interact with locals, like, even if you're interested in like learning Spanish. So many amazing resources. And this was all in just day one, y'all. This was the first night of the scouting trip. Thank y'all for the hearts. This was the first night of the scouting trip. So the first night was all about the meet and greet and then the presentations. And then the rest of the trip is primarily about tours. So what's really cool about going on these tours is that you get to see different neighborhoods, different areas, because like, let's say you are going to, I'm trying to think of a place in the U.S. Let's say you want to move to, I'm just going to use North Carolina because that's where I'm from and it's easiest, right? So you have the U.S., then you have North Carolina, then you have the Raleigh area. But then when you get to the Triangle, you have Raleigh, you have Durham, you have Chapel Hill. Then when you get to Raleigh, you have downtown Raleigh, you have North Raleigh, right? There's all these different areas, right? So the really nice thing about the tours is that you get to see all of these different areas. So just from being here from a week, I feel like I have seen so much of Mérida. I have seen Centro, I've seen Paseo. I live in the north, that's where I am right now. We've been to the beaches. Like, you truly get to see so many different areas of the city so you can determine which area is right for you, which area feels like home for you, which area is going to make sense for you and your lifestyle. Some of you might be determined to live on a beach. Some of you may not want a beach. Some of you may want to be directly in the city. You want to be downtown. Some of you may want to be in a suburb. There is no right or wrong answer, y'all. It's just a matter of what you want. And I saw it across the board. Houses on the beach, houses in Centro, houses in the suburbs. And so that's the really cool thing about the scouting trips. So if you do a scouting trip with Expatsi, they are going to have local experts. They're going to have experts that are specific to that place. Hello, I love entertainment. What is attainment? I'm sorry. What's Expatsi? Expatsi is the company that I'm doing the scouting trip with. So Expatsi is a company that can help you move abroad. I have information on them at the link in my bio. So for every country you go to, every city you go to, there's going to be an expert. So here in Mérida, it's a couple named Amy and Angel. They are amazing. Amy Jones, her website is lifeinmerida.com. If you are really interested in Mérida specifically, she can help you with literally anything in Mérida, okay? Like, it's amazing. I wonder if they help with employment. They're going to tell you the same thing I'm going to tell you, which is like, do not come here trying to get employed. Get employed in the U.S. Make U.S. dollars and spend pesos. So yeah, they're not like a job board or anything like that. And again, like I said, you're welcome. Like I said, check out my YouTube channel, y'all, because I did a whole interview with Amy yesterday, and she even talked about like different ways to make money and what she recommends. So make sure you check that out if you want a full video specifically on all things Mérida. So because Amy and Angel were our local experts, those were the people that were with us every day on the scouting trip, right? So every tour we went on, every time we, went somewhere together, Amy and Angel were our people. So Amy is actually an American from Texas, but she is married to Angel, who is local here to Mérida. So he is Mexican. He's from here, or he's been here at least like 31 years, I believe she said. So it was really cool to kind of get both perspectives, right? So we got the perspective of an expat who is American, who now lives here, and then also a local, which was really cool. So day one on the scouting trip, or day two, sorry, we did day one already. Day two on the scouting trip, we explored the Centro area. And what's really dope about Centro, it's like Centro is really the heart of Mérida. So Amy and myself absolutely recommends, if you're going to come here, to start off in Centro, because that's where you're going to see the most amount of culture. That's where you're going to have all of like the events, all like the downtown things, the places that are like really walkable is going to be in the Centro area. So on day two, we met in this beautiful park called Santa Lucia, and we get in an air-conditioned van. So just so you know, they are not walking tours. The tours, you are actually in an air-conditioned bus/van. So Mérida is very, very hot. And also, everybody has different, physical needs. So you're never going to have to worry about, walking around for 2-3 hours in the sun or anything like that. So we get in this air-conditioned bus, and we were able to like ride around and actually see different areas in Centro. So she showed us a lot of the like local markets we could go to get like some delicious local food, some local fruits. Also, just like the downtown area where you can go and buy things from the low. Good afternoon, welcome. Areas where you can, buy things for the low, some of their favorite restaurants. And this is also one of the really great things about the scouting trips, y'all, is you are literally doing these trips with people who love living in these cities, people who cannot wait to tell you their favorites. And Amy and Angel are so helpful. It was my husband's birthday on Friday, and they even booked a reservation for us at one of their favorite restaurants. We're like overlooking one of the most beautiful monuments here in Merida. Like, they are honestly phenomenal. They go above and beyond. So anyway, so day 2, we subscribed on your YouTube. Oh, thank you. So yeah, the video is gonna go up sometime today. I want to move to Portugal. Do you recommend me using my US passport or Mexican passport? I have no idea. That would be a great question for somebody in Expatsi. But if I had to guess, I would probably say US, just in terms of like visa things, because I don't know what visa processes are for Mexicans in Portugal, to be honest with you. But I'm sure Expatsi would know. Yeah, you are welcome. So then after we went around Centro and just kind of like viewed the neighborhoods, learned about different streets. One of the streets in Centro, y'all, it's called Calle 60. Y'all, Amy has a guide for more than 100 things to do on that one street. Like, there is so much to do here in Merida. Like, I'm super excited to explore more over these next few weeks. I live in Tanzania for 3 years. Oh, that's amazing. I've never been to Tanzania. So after that, we ate lunch in this like local market that was really dope. And then there are like real estate tours in the afternoon. And so the real estate tours are really the other kind of like big piece of the scouting trips. So on one hand, I feel like whenever I think about the scouting trips, it's easiest to break it up into 3 parts. The first thing is going to be the professionals, right? Like getting to actually see people who can help you get health insurance, get car insurance, help you with your visa, your doctor, your dentist, the professionals. That's kind of like the one big piece. The second big piece is the tours. It's like actually getting to see these different neighborhoods. And then the third piece is the real estate tour. So this is where you actually get to view properties. Like some are for rent, some are for sale. I know, Chris, it's really dope. So the third piece is where you get to actually view these properties that you can rent or you can purchase. What is the blonde lady? Her name is Amy Jones, Jennifer. I was actually just saying that video is going to be up on my YouTube channel soon. So if you go to my YouTube, it's at the link in my bio. That video is going to be posted on my YouTube channel today. And I have all of her information in there in the YouTube description. You are so welcome. So that was such a great live, y'all. If you're interested in Merida, definitely get on my YouTube because that was such an amazing live. I got to do more. I'm going to do some more lives like that in the future because that was dope. And like she was able to answer so many questions that I can't answer because I don't live in Merida like she does. So I'm definitely going to be trying to do more lives like that in the future. So in the afternoon, then we did like real estate tours. So that setup was the setup for days 2 through 4, right? The only difference is we did different areas. So day 2 was Centro. Day 3 was the North. So like right now I am currently in an apartment in the North, right? And the North is vague, right? It depends on who you ask, but that's kind of what they call it. Is they'll say like north of downtown, like if you're looking at apartments. And so this is where the apartments are a little bit more modern. I mean, I know you can't see much, but like you can just like kind of tell like this is whoops. So like I'm kind of in like a more northern apartment. So this one is a little bit more modern. Like in Centro, it's not that none of the apartments are modern, but it's more likely you're going to have more of that traditional style housing where it's going to be a little bit less expensive. I'm so glad you and Jen are connected now. Oh yes, I know. Like I really can't believe we haven't known each other all this time. And it's been really dope to hang out with her in person here in Mexico as well. Thank you for joining. Is it Jakayla or I feel like Jen pronounced her name differently yesterday, and I'm like, I've definitely been calling her Jakayla. I don't know if I am pronouncing her name wrong. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the North. So like I said, I'm in a northern. So it is Jakayla. Okay. So I'm in like a northern-ish apartment right now. So we viewed more apartments in the North. Like y'all, some of those apartments we looked at, when I tell you they were so nice. I have video content coming on that, so stay tuned, hit follow. What do you mean by a scouting trip? A scouting trip is when you can actually go to the city and there will be local experts here to show you around so that you can see if you want to potentially live like in this city, and you can look at different neighborhoods and ask questions. That's what a scouting trip is. You're basically scouting to see if the place is somewhere you would want to live. Alex, thank you so much for the gifts. Thank y'all for the hearts. I really appreciate it. So day 2, we went to the north, and then we went to lunch in this, like, it was like a mall, but it was like just food. Like it was like, imagine like a really elevated, food hall, right? Because like I said, it was like a mall. It was like a food court, but it was super, super nice. And it was cool because everybody could just order whatever they wanted. And then afterward, in the afternoon, that's when we did the real estate tour. So like I said, the tour days are kind of set up the same, where we meet in a certain place, we have lunch, or we meet in a certain place, we go look at neighborhoods, and then we have real estate tours in the afternoon. North meaning to the North Pole or west of Yucatan. I don't know if that's sarcasm, but I don't know the answer anyway. Do you go to many places, and what's the cost? Right now they do Mexico, Spain, and Portugal. There's more information on the cost on their website. So like, for example, like I'll just give you an example of the price for one of these. So let's say you're interested in, Puerto Vallarta for June 6th through June 10th. If you are, for one person, it's $1,200 for the 5 days. And that, let me see. And so that includes like the tours, lunch with local experts, the seminar with the experts, 4 days of the lifestyle real estate tours, and essentially all the things that I'm talking about right now. So Jaquela, so like I just gave an example price for Mexico. Let me see what one is for like Portugal. So for Portugal, for example, if you wanted to do Lisbon through Porto, March 11th through the 20th. So this tour is a little bit longer. For a single, it's like $1,549, $1,549. So affordable is relative, y'all. Like I know, like it's different for everybody, but you can find prices for the scouting trips on Expatsi's website. And when you are a I just want to make sure I'm not putting my foot in my mouth and I'm saying this right. Okay, yeah, so maybe that's not right. No, the prices are right. I'm thinking about something else. But anyways, so those are going to be some example prices. So yeah, so day 2, we did this in the north, and then day 3, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm getting the days all mixed up. Day 3, we did this in the north, and then day 4, it was the beach. So we went to 3 different beaches, and they were different, right? Like one was like really local, a little bit more quiet. One was like super touristy, beautiful beach, but just a lot of people out there. And then one of them was like kind of somewhere in between. So if you wanted to look at the beach, you could do that as well. So we were supposed to look at some places on the beach, but the real estate tours ended up getting canceled. So instead we went to this magical town. Y'all, it was so cute. It's called like Multon. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but I did a little video while I was there, and that's on my YouTube channel as well. If y'all ever miss any of my lives, because obviously like I'm not gonna do like a 30-minute 1-hour video on TikTok, but if you ever want to catch some of my like live replays, not all of them, some of them are for my subscribers only, but there are many of them that are like public on my YouTube channel where you can find those. The website is expatsi.com. You can go to it via the link in my bio. The scouting trip I did mail is in Merida, Mexico. That's where I am right now. Thank y'all for the hearts. So days 2 through 4 were all about going to different parts of the city, determining like which neighborhood you want to stay in. Like I said, we looked at apartments, we looked at a townhome. You get different options for places that you want to live. And then in the afternoon, you will go to like real estate tours, or in this case, we got a little treat and we actually got to visit this cute little magical town, because here in Merida, things change all the time. It's kind of dangerous to be planning things super far ahead. So we ended up not touring a real estate place at the beach, but we went to this cute little town instead, which was really dope. And then day 5, you're really just kind of like on your own, but Amy and Angel are going to be like, or Amy and Angel were available. So for like, I think it was at least like 4 hours. You can think of it as kind of like office hours. You could go to like the super cute hotel and just ask Amy any of your questions, you know, talk to her, have a one-on-one. That's actually where I was yesterday whenever I did the full live with her. So the scouting trip, like I said, here in Merida, it was 5 days, packed full of information. Again, you get to meet other people. You get to meet other people who, are interested in moving here as well. So you can also make connections that way. And, you know, hopefully you'll get to also meet Jen and Brett, the owners of Expatsi. I know they do come on like some of the scouting trips. I want to go on a scout to Merida. Do you live there? I don't live here. I don't live anywhere. I'm just kind of visiting right now. How much is a scouting trip? They're all different, Mel. I went over some of the prices. Earlier, and I am going to post this video to YouTube. So if you want to like rewatch this, you can go subscribe to my YouTube channel and find the video there. Last night, she mentioned not to expect consistency. Can you expand on what she means? So, Jakayla, she just means like in Merida, things change all the time. Like, this is not the place. Is everyone couples? No, I think there was only one couple outside of, hell, I was even by myself most of the time. No, everyone is not a couple. Most people were by themselves. But yeah, as far as like consistency, she just means that like, Merida is not going to be the place for you if you are someone who needs to plan everything in advance. If you are gonna, you know, get your panties in a bunch because you went to a place that said it was open and they were closed. If, you know, you think that you moved in this neighborhood and it's like this today, but then tomorrow, you know, somebody decides to open up a, you know, like a 2 a.m. pizza spot, you know, whatever, like that kind of thing. Like it's definitely the kind of place for people who are more go with the flow, people who really want to be in like that slower lifestyle, and people who are not going to like panic if things are not the same every day. Like things just change really quickly in Merida all the time. One thing Amy even mentioned is that a lot of stuff that you see online about Merida, like 80% of it is wrong because of how often things change here. That's just the culture. So internet and utilities are consistent. Oh, that's what you meant. I would say it probably depends on the area. Jakayla, I would probably like talk to Amy if you had something like super consistent. If you have like something super specific for that. I've been here for a week. I have not had any issues, but I think again, it will probably depend on the area. Probably if you're more so like in the north, like where I am right now, you have a better chance at that. At the beach, no. Like I do remember whenever we were on the beach, she was saying that like, I can't remember if it was water or if it was electricity, but there was something where it was like, it was not consistent. So if that's something that is like, I absolutely cannot, then I would consider the northern area, but I would still talk to Amy just in case. And of course, you know, do a scouting trip. Is Mexico no electricity and water are not consistent? That seems like Mexico is an entire country. So I think that's kind of like a stretch to say that for the entire country, but you know. Yeah, I work online as well, so I completely get it, 100%. Like when Jen, for example, like she was saying that whenever she was in Oaxaca, like there were times where like she didn't have Wi-Fi. She was saying Merida is actually a lot more modern than Oaxaca. So yeah, I would just double check. And like these are all great questions. This is why like I do recommend. Last year we were there in a 3-month drought with water. Yeah, well, that's good to know. So, so that's the scouting trip. Like I said, this one was 5 days. We got a ton of information. We were able to ask all of our questions. We were able to see different neighborhoods. We were able to actually look at places that we could rent or purchase. So if you are someone who is serious about moving abroad, I highly recommend looking into their scouting trips. I also wanted to quickly just talk about the Expatsi membership. So again, for anybody who is serious about moving abroad and like you want help on this journey, like you want a little bit of hand holding, you want to be able to feel like you have someone where you can ask questions. So whenever you do the Expatsi, whenever you join the Expatsi membership, you get like discounted consultation. Remember I said like they have an entire network of experts. You can book a consultation with Jen if you want. You can book a consultation with someone who specializes in helping veterans. You can book a consultation with somebody who specializes in helping you move abroad with kids. Someone who can help you move to Panama. Someone who can help you move to Uruguay. Like they have an entire network of people that you can work one-on-one with. And with the membership, you get discounts on all of those consultations. There's also weekly Q&A sessions where members can get real-time answers to any of the questions that you have. There's also a planning guide. So for those of you who are a little bit more structured, you're like, I need a roadmap. They actually have a structured roadmap that comes with the membership with clear steps that's going to like simplify a lot of like those complex tasks that you need to do to essentially make your transition smoother and more manageable. There's also a private Facebook community with the membership. So this group is specifically for Expatsi members. And so Jen and Brett are going to be in there answering questions weekly, as well as other community people. So you can also learn from other people who are interested in moving abroad. You can connect and network with other people who are serious about getting the hell out of the United States. And then they also have country guides. So they have like country guides for different countries around the world, places like Costa Rica, Merida or Mexico, etc. For anyone who wants to be able to have a deeper dive into the specific countries. And y'all, there's also like a whole curriculum, okay? Like, I mean, I can't even go on about all of this. Oh, and for those of you who are interested in scouting trips, right now they're doing 10% on. They're doing 10% off. Storm, thank you so much for subscribing. Right now they're actually doing 10% off of scouting trips that are booked before December 3rd. So if you are interested in doing a scouting trip, then I highly recommend joining the Expatsi membership because you can get discounts on a ton of things, including scouting trips. Do they have help with learning Spanish? Like with the membership, no. I know they have like resources that will resources that you can look at for learning a language, but they don't help in particular with learning Spanish. But yeah, like I said, you have the weekly Q&As, you have the scouting trips. There's a whole curriculum, y'all. They take you through each stage of moving abroad: ideation, exploration, planning, paperwork, logistics, settling in. They have information like a curriculum, courses on what you need to plan whenever it comes to real estate, information about international healthcare, a move abroad planner. There's a whole chapter on how to build an online business, a guide to expat jobs and working abroad. Let me see. I'm looking at this list and I'm trying to pick out certain things because I can't go through every single thing on here. They have resources on like your mental well-being and resilience, different communities. Like if you're traveling solo, if you're traveling with children, living the RV lifestyle, if you are a Black American. And then they have like more specific information on specific countries like Canada, Mexico, let me see, Albania, Czech, France, Germany, Ireland, Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, Spain, Brazil, Costa Rica, Panama, Uruguay, Thailand. Y'all, all of this stuff, Ghana, like Australia, New Zealand, all of this stuff is in the membership. So, and I do have a promo code for you for anybody who's interested in joining the membership. You can cancel at any time. If you know there's something you want to do, you can do annual as well. But you can also just do the monthly membership that you can cancel at any time. And I do have a promo code for 35% off your first month. It's at the link in my bio. The promo code is Bianca35. I subscribe to International Living and they're great for information. Well, I've never heard of them, Storm, but thank you for dropping that. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions about the membership, let me know. I'm happy to share more information. But like I said, you can join at the link in my bio. I am also doing my own personal bonus for anybody who joins the membership. I will send you my Move Abroad resource guide as a bonus for joining the Expatsi membership. Just make sure that you use my promo code for the 35% off of your first month. If you do end up joining with my promo code, just send me a DM and then I will send you the Move Abroad resource guide. It is a 21-page guide that I created myself based on so much that I have learned in the past year, based on the thousands of questions that y'all have been asking me about how to choose your country, moving abroad with kids, moving abroad with pets, health insurance, how to like test out living abroad before you make the full leap, different ways to make money abroad, if you are disabled, if you are a veteran, if you're LGBTQ+, so many things in the Move Abroad resource guide, and you will get that completely free as a bonus if you sign up for the Expatsi membership using my promo code Bianca35 at the link in my bio. So yeah, again, just make sure you send me a DM. Okay, like if y'all are watching the replay, like if you're watching this on another channel, you can also email me at bianca@biancalynch.com if you end up signing up for the membership so I can send you your bonus Move Abroad resource guide. But I will post this video on YouTube, so make sure you are subscribed. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can also head over to my TikTok or Instagram page and connect with me there at She's Booking the Flight. And yeah, I'm going to be sharing more about Expatsi soon. I'm going to be taking you through more of the scouting trip, what I've learned from doing one of these, and why they are honestly such a great company to work with for anybody who wants to get out of the United States and you're like, I need help, I have questions. Like, all of this stuff and more is coming, so stay tuned. Otherwise, I will catch y'all next time. Happy Monday. I almost said happy Friday. That's bad. Happy Monday, y'all. And I'll catch y'all later.